Hello, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Welcome to your tarot reading. Welcome to my tarot channel. Here we go. Leo, please come into this tarot reading with an open heart and an open mind, a desire to learn something or better yourself. If the messages that come through do not resonate for you, that's totally fine. Please do push the messages aside and assume that they're going out to someone else who needs to hear it. That being said, it may resonate for you at a later time or date. So again, be open to that. Remember, you are accountable and responsible for all your own actions and decisions. This is optional advice, guidance, and energy check-in. Please do trust that your own intuition will be able to separate the messages that are meant for you and the ones that you can release. All right, for Leo, here we go. Setting the intention to get Leo some clear, helpful, insightful messages wherever they are on their spiritual path. All right, here we go. What's coming up in the past for Leo? 10 of Pentacles, hell yeah. Good times with family. A confrontation in a good way, a communication breakdown or a needed communication with a child or a parent, depending on which you are. Feeling embraced again. If you were on the outs or feeling excluded or you just, I'm sort of hearing like a diva moment, no offense, but it's like, I don't know, you may have stormed out of the room because you had an argument or a fight with, especially a family member. It's almost like you guys are mending the bridge. You guys are closing up the gap. It's like we've established peace and harmony in a family dynamic again. I love that. There could be an important conversation to be had with your child. If you have children, there may be an important life decision coming up in their life. You know, I'm not saying this is true for all of you, but it's like where we're going to send them to daycare or they're going to go to college or something of the sort. Important issues like that. And then 10 of Pentacles in the past, how is that impacting them currently? So what is the current energy for Leo, please? Thank you. Temperance. Yeah, look at that. Restoring balance and harmony in family dynamics. Interesting. This looks dope. I'm not sure what the conflict was or if there is still one, but let's dig into this a little bit more. Some of you're spending a lot of time with your niece or your nephew or like little cousins or you may even be dating someone who has a young child from a previous marriage. And you're loving it. Like there's something that suits you so well, Leo, in either a father or mother-like role. But I'm getting for all of you, it's not literally your children. It's this idea of you kind of having this beautiful like parental energy and there's this gentle guidance, but also like you're fun, you're silly with them, you're animated. Like children are loving you right now, Leo. So cute. In fact, you may even have you may have received something from a child, like grade school, elementary, and it's like they drew you a picture and it's up on your fridge, or they made you something in like arts and crafts time. And again, like it's just like this, it feels like this really beautiful gift, even though it's like, you know, it's like a crappy piece of popsicle sticks glued together. But to you, it means everything because it's like, it's reminiscent of all of like the really great bonding and almost like spiritual kind of connection you have with this child or with children. All right, so how is Leo feeling right now? I'm not sure if this is going to relate to your whole story, but we'll see. How is Leo feeling emotionally? In balance, the Chariot, you're feeling like you're reaping the rewards of good deeds and good karma. There's something very confident about this Chariot card, but it's a quiet confidence. It's not like I have to shout it from a rooftop and prove to people my worth. It's like I know my worth, and so automatically that's informing people around me how I need to be treated. And people seem to be treating you with a lot of kindness and a lot of grace and a lot of respect. You're doing good things in the world. You may even be offering your time to community service. I heard the word shelters, whatever that may mean. Donating things, food drives, book drives. I don't know. In fact, you may even be volunteering with children too. For some of you, unexpectedly, like it could be something like a Boys and Girls Club, but for some of you, it could also be that you were asked to babysit last minute for someone. It could be a colleague or a friend or again, a sibling. I'm getting this idea of like unexpectedly asked to watch over children or possibly dogs, animals, sure, we could say that too. But here's the Chariot is the card of Cancer, which is a water sign, right? So very in tune with the feeling nature. This is like a high vibe Chariot card. So this, honestly, Leo, this is like living your best life a little bit. I like that. You're in touch and you're in tune with your emotions. And so when things sort of come into your energy and come into your energy field, however you want to say it, whether it's peaceful or whether it's sort of Tasmanian devil energy, it can't shake you at your core. It's like you're not letting external noise mess up with your internal vibe. It's just, there's something about you're glowing and you're vibing. Some of you just bought like a new dress or new shoes and you're just, ooh, you're feeling good about yourself, and it's showing. It looks really lovely. It looks really fabulous. Okay, this is cool too. Some of you got some sort of small or very big acknowledgement from somebody in your family who is very cut off from their emotional feeling capacity. Very likely a father figure, but it doesn't have to be. Someone who never showed you the time of day or acted sort of resentful of you or jealous, and it doesn't have to be family, but it's someone who's been in your life a very long time. You are sort of taken aback by this sort of, it's not an emotional outpouring, but it is a small gesture that is laced with like this underlying message of like, I'm so proud of you, and like you amaze me, and you're stunning, and I'm, all these things, but it's done in a very like simplified kind of, I'm just going to kind of skip over the details, but you know that what they're saying, it's taken a lot for them to come to a place where they're able to express that to you because of their own insecurities. It never had anything to do with you, and I think you know that now, but growing up you may not have realized that, and there's just kind of like, again, this like embrace of like, oh my God, did like my dad just say he's proud of me? Like I've literally never heard that in my life. Like it's that type of energy. That feels amazing. That feels amazing. There's like a turning of the tide. Something is like, yeah, something is changing in your life and your dynamic. You are magnetically attracting things into your orbit. Some of you may have love for a Cancer in your life. What is Leo thinking? What's going on in the mental sector? Their plans, their ambitions. 3 of Wands, so you're planning big things. You got big things on the horizon. You are building something. You are building your life. You are building an empire. You are building a relationship. Some of you are going to art school and you're quite literally building like a model or that's funny. I just heard diorama. Isn't that what they do in grade school? Yeah, you got children energy all over this. Some of you are helping your kids with like a diorama or like some sort of like science experiment, like the volcano that explodes, or I don't know why that's coming up in your mental sector, but to be fair, it probably is on your mind. It's like on your to-do list. It's like, oh yeah, I got to do this, I got to do that. Some of you are visiting a foreign city and feeling very inspired and feeling like, oh my God, I could live here one day, or just immersing yourself with new people, new communities, new cultures. You're networking to some extent and meeting like-minded individuals, and there's something very unique, and I'm hearing the word poetic about your mind or how you express yourself. And again, there's just like this, if you're not in a relationship and you're single and looking, like this energy is like you're gonna meet your person tomorrow. And I don't mean that literally, guys. Like I'm not trying to paint false expectation, but like this beautiful energy of like nothing's perfect, but you know what? Life is good. I'm embracing the hardships and the good stuff, and I'm living my best life. I'm doing my best. I'm not perfect, but I'm here and I'm showing up. This vibe is so incredible. This is the type of energy where you meet someone and fall in love. I can tell you that's the type of energy. So if you already have a person, energetically, what else are you trying to establish a quote unquote loving connection with? Is the next step for you children? Is the next step for you growing your career, getting your dream job, pursuing something creative in the arts, whatever it is, like you're in a vibe where it's attracting things. So lean into that and know that like you have the ability and the power right now to manifest things. I want to say fast and quickly. Part of me is not wanting to say that again because I don't want to send messages out that aren't true. Manifestations typically don't happen overnight, but this also feels like this isn't something you just decided to do one day. It feels like you've been in this energy and it's just, you keep leveling up or you keep doubling down. It's getting better and better. So if you are in a rough spot, Leo, right now, and you're not vibing with this reading, it might not be a reading, but I also say if the cards are on the table, that means the energy is available to you right now. So work on your manifestations. Lean into this. Know that brighter days are ahead. Didn't I in your last reading? Wasn't it like the sun will come out tomorrow? I think that was one of them. Anyway, all right. So in fact, let's get one more on this 3 of Wands. You have a lot of plans. A little bit scatterbrained, but not in a bad way. It's just, I think you have a lot of things you're looking to undertake right now, and so maybe you're trying to plan accordingly or categorize or delegate, or I see you as some sort of like leader, in some sort of like leadership role or directing or managing or organizing. Maybe that's not your career or profession, but it's almost like you're wearing that hat this week. It's like you got your director's hat on, something like that. Yeah, major moves, major undertakings, major plans. What is holding Leo back, if anything? What is something they need to release or something they're over-reliant on? Advice or guidance for Leo. Some of you, there's a Capricorn coming in with very good news, exciting news. They may back you or financial assistance and maybe it doesn't have to be a Capricorn. Maybe it's just the idea of seeking out a loan or seeking out a lump sum of money. It could be okay, that could be a family dynamic too. Somebody who you never thought believed in you all of a sudden decides to endorse you or support you or give you some sort of gift or donation or monetary gift, or it's almost like they're helping to promote you on their own platforms. Like someone is giving you a leg up, and it's someone that you didn't necessarily expect or anticipate doing this for you. It might be a Sagittarius, it might be a Cancer, it might be a fellow Leo, it might be a Capricorn. All right, let's see. It's funny, I was reading this as the Three of Pentacles and it's the Three of Wands, but it doesn't matter because the message is the same. Like I was about to say, like, the way I was reading this as Three of Pentacles, it's so action oriented, but that's because it's Wands, it's not Pentacles, but here it is. So that says to me these messages are intertwined anyway, so forgive me for saying the wrong thing, but also I absolutely stand by everything that was already relayed to you. I think that's what was meant to come out. So here we go. Three of Pentacles, what's holding you back? Okay, this is an interesting one. So this is going in a completely different direction. Again, won't be for everybody. Make sure you're not getting the wool pulled over your eyes by someone who's real slick. There's like a salesman type energy around you that it's like they're wanting to, I don't know if they want your money or they want your time, they want your attention, they want your love. I don't know what it is, but they're very charming, they're very smooth, they're very good looking, but intuitively something isn't right when they approach you about this topic. It's like your little spidey senses start tingling and you're like, I don't know, like something about this just isn't right. And for some of you guys, it has to do with something big that you are purchasing from them. I don't know what this is, you guys, but they may have gotten it or acquired this thing through some sort of shady means. Like it's not legit, it's forged, or it's replicated, especially in terms of art. Does that make sense to anyone? This is so random, you guys. Like I don't know why this is coming through, but like, yeah, be careful of checking people's credentials, giving them a quick Google search to make sure they're the real deal, because yet there's like a shady character. And again, this isn't to incite or provoke fear. That's not how I roll. That's not what these are about. I guess I'm wanting to say, to take a little bit of relief away from you, you're not the only person they're doing this to, though. Like this feels like some sort of salesman who it's like, anybody who comes along, they're going to pitch and they're going to try and lure into their net, or, cast their net out and see what they catch. I think you're smarter. I don't think this is going to be a big issue. And here's what I'll say. If this isn't making sense to you right now, that's not your sign to start being on the defense and being like, oh my God, who's sabotaging me? That's not what this is. This is a confirmation for my Leos out there who needed to hear it. If you're about to buy a car, like a used car from this person, you're like, oh my God, like they're so cute. But you're also like, I don't know though, like when I got in the car, it made that weird rattly noise. And when I mentioned it, they kind of wrote it. Like that's your confirmation that's that. Do you know what I mean? Like if you've already experienced something where you're kind of like something's weird here, like I want to believe them and they seem so cool and they seem so great and like they're flirting with me and that felt great, but it's like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, don't get caught in like the swoony part of it, because like they're selling you a lemon. And I wish I could tell you more about that. Can I pull one more on that? Okay. Yes, okay, thank you so much. I was about to say, if it doesn't have to do with quite literally buying something, the idea of somebody trying to sell themselves in a profile, aka if they're applying for a job on your team, or if you're on dating apps and you're looking at this, what is being presented is not factual. It's almost like the proof is in the pudding. Yeah, it has something to do with something being glossed over or glamorized, and it's not the absolute truth. So do a little bit of research, do a little bit of digging, and you can avoid this entirely. Specifically on the route of like dating apps and matching with partners, you may be dealing with someone who's big time player energy, big time. With Three of Pentacles, that can be like, team dynamics, aka you're not the only one involved here. We already said that, right? And also with the Two of Wands, this person is whining and dining someone else. So here's my advice to you. You have such a glow up happening here. Like, do not spend 2 more seconds thinking about this person. I think part of you, you're tempted to sort of go into that place of like, ooh, my ego was bruised. Like they were, romancing me and whining and dining me, and I had all this attention and it felt so good, and now it's gone. Know that like, that was not meant for you. So I don't know, rejection is divine protection here. I would keep moving on because you have something way better in line for you. It's like, yeah, of course this person liked you. Look how high you're vibing. Like, you're going to attract good stuff. The good stuff will be mirrored back to you. But there's also going to be energy vampires that want what you got. And that's what you had going on here. This person's already involved with someone. Sorry. And something about cherries or red or the name Cherry or Cherie or I don't know what that is. Cherry. Something about that is a confirmation. Cherry trees. Do they live on like Cherry Lane? I don't know what that is, but it's like, yeah, something weird. Something is weird there. All right, what's going to help? Oh, thank you. We're not done. Universe is like, tell them all. Yeah, they're a trickster. Magician energy and a low vibe. It's like they're pulling the wool over your eyes. They're putting on a show. And don't get me wrong, the show is fun. You're into it. It's like, I can't look away. It's beautiful. It's amazing. But like, it's not real. That's what the problem is. Might be Gemini, Virgo energy. Could be another Leo too. I don't know, but I would steer away from that. It's not worth it. It's not worth the hassle. It's not worth the tears. It's not worth thinking for 2 seconds that you did something wrong. It's like, now this person has weird karma and it's working itself out in a wonky way. Okay, here's what it is, Leo, if you want the bigger picture. You're an awakener for this person. You weren't meant to love and coddle them. They were meant to meet you and be like, oh my damn, like Leo's kind of awesome and I want to be with them all the time. And like, you're not doing this literally. You're not verbalizing this, but you're just like, no, shut down. And so they're going to take that energy back and be like, why did that happen? And then it's going to send them on this like introspective journey of like, why can't I have good things and blah, blah, blah. And it's because they're like fake slick. It's because they're illusionists. They don't have like real good intentions. They don't have emotional integrity. So they're matching with people who it's like, it's what they want to be. It's what they want to become, but they're not there yet because it's like, really, it's like this person's kind of like sad inside. It's like poverty mindset. Okay. I'm foraying into like a kind of a deeper thing here, but know that that had nothing to do with you. You were the person that woke them up so that they could get back on their spiritual path. So more or less just move on and be like, yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. I woke you up because you were asleep. You're welcome. That's what it is. Okay, moving on. Sorry, Leo. Went down a rabbit hole. What's going to help Leo move forward? Advice, guidance, action they should take. Let's see, the Tower. Yeah, there's your Awakener card. And then the Eight of Cups. Okay, so this is related. So I thought this was just like a minor story, but it's coming through very strong. You're a little bit stuck on the person who kind of pulled the wool over your eyes or pulled the rug out from under you. Again, this is not about inciting fear, guys. I really want to underscore that. So like, please don't watch this and start being like, oh my God, blah, blah. It's saying the impacts are lasting, and because the impacts of what went down are lasting for you because your emotions got involved, right? And possibly for some of you, you didn't listen to your intuition. So your advice or guidance is next time, please honor your intuition because you did have a sense of things, but I think maybe you were hopefully optimistic. That being said, some of you, this is going to be minor and it's just going to be a little road bump and you're going to move on. Again, this may have to do with a workplace scenario where you chose to collaborate with someone who didn't have good intentions and they not stole your work, but there is kind of that vibe of like they took credit for your idea and you're kind of like, mother effer. Like I saw that coming and I chose to not say anything. Again, though, the high vibration of this is like, you're welcome. Yeah, like, take my work, put your name on it. We all know who actually did it. Like, it's like you're still the hero. You're still coming out on top, even though there is a little bit of an ache. There's a little bit of that didn't feel good. But I think the challenge for you is to keep your vibe high despite what's going on around you. Again, that message of like, don't let external craziness disturb your internal peace. You know who you are. You know you have good ethics. You know you have good moral values. That's going to come back to you tenfold. So like, let this person dig their own grave. The truth will be revealed when the Tower comes through. Like, there's no hiding. You can't hide in the Tower anymore. There is going to be like, that is going to be busted open for everyone to see what actually went down. You just have to wait for the smoke to clear a little bit. Your name is going to be corrected, or if you felt like your reputation was tarnished or something like that. This sounds so extreme. I don't think it is, but yeah, it's like, I'm just hearing your name is going to be restored. It's going to be polished off. It's going to be wiped off. Your reputation has not been tarnished, so don't even worry about it. So yeah, you have people coming to your aid being like, no, that wasn't Leo's fault. Here's what really went down. You also have a best friend with really funny glasses or really big glasses, really thick glasses, really loud, obnoxiously like bejeweled glasses. I don't know what that is. You have a friend who comes to your aid and steps in or takes one for the team or defends your honor, defends your name. It has something to someone who has very funny glasses or like, not to be rude, I mean this in all seriousness, but someone who's like a vision impairment or there's something unusual about their eyes. They have different color eyes for some of you. That person's like your guardian angel and they're like, no, cease and desist. Your friend may even step in and have had a conversation with this person and like kind of I'm getting the chills. That's a confirmation for some of you. You have a friend who stepped in and like gave them a piece of their mind and it's very like mama bear energy. Like, how dare you do this to my Leo? And like they ripped him a new one. So yeah, rest assured this person dug their own grave. They're going to get their karma. It's not up to you. Your mission in this is to move through it like nothing ever happened. Like a rock star, Leo. That's what this feels like. Yeah. So there's a little bit of either guilt regarding a situation or a little bit of, ooh, I let that person get to my emotions. And the thing is, I don't even know if you're mad at them. I think you're a little bit mad at yourself for letting them get to you. And you need to offer yourself compassion, Leo. You need to move on freely, forgive yourself for even giving this person the time of day. And like, again, like your vibe is so high, stay in that flow. 100%. All right, here we go. For hopes and dreams, long-term goals, wishes. Hopes, dreams, long-term goals, wishes. Hopes, dreams, long-term goals, wishes. The Six of Cups. All right. Again, something about the childlike energy, honoring your inner child, having moments, memories of your own youth, your own playfulness, your own joy, getting that back in some capacity, busting out, your old roller skates and messing around like, in the driveway with your kid. Or if you don't have kids, it's doing something. It's almost like recreating or reenacting something you did as a child, but as a full-fledged adult. Like some of you are going to have like this really cute date where you build like a blanket fort with your person and then you're just going to like watch Netflix in your blanket tent fort, whatever. Like there's something really cute and innocent about let's just have fun. Let's just play some games and enjoy the lighthearted energy of each other's company or whatever this is. This can be something with your best friend too. I think there's a need to like rest and rejuvenate. I totally see some of you like going to the spa with like your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, getting your nails done, getting your hair did, like all that kind of just like, let's enjoy life. Let's play dress up a little bit. And for some of you, that's more like a romantic, like sexual thing. Like, let's play dress up. But like, why not? Have fun. That's what I mean. It's like, it's about not taking things too seriously. Some of you may be hoping for some sort of reunion or reconciliation with a person. And here's the thing. It can be romantic. For a lot of you, it also has to do with this major step or progress in a relationship in your family life that has always been very stuck and very uncomfortable. I think it's like the floodgates have opened a little bit and you've started to see some progress and forward movement with this person in terms of acknowledging you, which is very important, right? And so I think you're starting to reflect a little bit and see in some ways how maybe you participated in not showing up to this relationship in the highest vibration. And I'm not shaming or blaming or saying that it was your fault that this person wasn't emotionally mature enough to love you, essentially. But I think you're starting to look back and see, like, knowing what I know now, I think I would do it differently. And the whole purpose of that is not to look back and regret about lost time. It's about if you choose to have a family or how you choose to nurture your own inner child moving forward is totally different. And it's a game changer. It's like, it's a win. It's an absolute win. Something about a cracked mirror. Some of you are very superstitious about a cracked mirror. I don't know why that's coming through, but yeah, some of you are very sentimental about a Cancerian, the zodiac sign Cancer or Sagittarius. That person may come to visit you, or there may be long distance texts or emails or a phone call that comes out of the clear blue. That's an interesting message too, Leo, because for some of you, it comes at a time where you're already kind of connected to someone romantically. This is probably not for those who are married. I'm not saying it couldn't be, But yeah, there could be some sort of sentimental pull or like this nostalgia of like someone you dated in high school or college or whatever it was. It doesn't even have to be that, but someone may come back into your life. Here's the thing, they're not forcing themselves back in. I don't think they're coming to you with like, oh my God, Leo, it's been 20 years and I love you so much and I want to marry. Like it's more just like a drop in the bucket. It's kind of like this, it comes unexpectedly with the Tower, but I think it's like a nice, it's like a warm vibe. It's like, oh, hey, I saw that thing you posted on social and like, congratulations, like, that's so cool, like, so happy to hear that. And then it kind of spirals into like a, oh my gosh, yeah, how's your family? How you doing? But like, there's like a nice little catch up. I'm not sure it's in person though. I'm getting more text or email or again, social media, but like DMs, it's not like for the world to see. Yeah, but okay. But their intentions are kind of to see if you are available and single, or if you still have any emotions for them. What's interesting is like the cup is kind of empty here. So, and for some of you, it's because you're already involved romantically with someone else. And the thing is, for most of you, I don't think this person is trying to insinuate a third party. For most of you, okay? I think it's just one of those things where it's like too little too late, which is a hard message. I hate hearing that too. But it's like this person may show up in a time in your life where it's not necessarily the most convenient because, and here's the thing, you're showing up because your vibe, or they're showing up to your life because your vibe is so high, because you're winning on all levels. Of course, all your exes are coming back. Do you know what? Like there's something to that. I do think someone wants to talk about a love offer with you. I do think for some of you, the topic of having a family or having another baby, having a baby in general is there. But there could be that could trigger some uncomfortable emotions for one or both of you. Especially for someone in your life who lost a sibling when they were incredibly young, or someone who has had, this is sensitive, guys, so I'm really sorry. I'm going to move on, but someone who may have had issues with miscarriage. There's a couple sensitive messages coming through about children and childhood. Interesting. Yeah, the Lovers is showing up, though. So you have a karmic coming back for sure. So for those who are single and looking, you definitely have someone from the past coming back. Again, did I say Aquarius before? I'm not sure if I did. Cancer, another Leo, possibly Pisces, whatever, Temperance, Sagittarius. Love is beautiful in all forms. For some of you, there may have been, I don't know why I'm getting this, I just am. I'm hearing like a bisexual connection too. So someone who is maybe interested in both genders, or someone may reveal that to you too. And that wasn't made, okay, that could be your online dating thing too. It's like that wasn't made obvious from the get-go. And so some of you got involved in something and they kind of revealed, something personal to them, like a big secret, but now it's kind of shifting your mindset of like, okay, how do I actually feel about this? Like, am I okay with that? Am I ready for this? And like, there's no judgment in terms of like the sexuality piece here, guys. It has more to do with this idea that someone kind of drops a bomb on you unexpectedly. And I think there could have been a conversation earlier on to address the issue in a more open forum. Like, it has to do with authenticity and, honesty, really. It's like there was a little bit of like shadiness in how this information was revealed or how you found this out. The Hierophant. Yeah, just be careful someone else isn't married too. There could also be a Taurus coming back from your past. What is the final outcome for Leo? This is all over the place. You have like so many messages, but most of them seem really nice. Ooh, that shot right out. So something to do with your Sagittarius. If you're not in contact with your Sagittarius or your Cancer for that matter, they still think about you. They still reread the text. They still look at the emails. They still look at the pictures. They still have your picture, like in their house. I'm not saying it's like in a frame, but it's like in their desk drawer. And I don't mean that in like a weird, creepy sexual way. It's like you left a permanent imprint on this person and you guys miss each other. Others of you, again, there's something that's coming back in, but this person lives at a distance. So it's like you're sending a lot of good night texts. So even though it's depicted as them being in the same bed, for a lot of you, you're not. With possibly a romantic suitor coming in. Again, some of you, you're revisiting a karmic connection to make some sort of final conclusion about if you guys want to actually try and make it work. Some of you will choose to pursue it. Others of you are going to choose not to because you already have a King of Pentacles. You may already have an earth sign that you are madly and deeply in love with. So there might be a little a tinge of nostalgia and thinking back on those times, but then I also think you're not magicianing, glamorizing it. You very much remember the good times, but you also very much remember the bad times and why things ultimately ended the way they did. And yeah, to be honest, I think you have a great backbone and strength in this. I think if you're with someone already, you're incredibly loyal to them. You don't have wandering eyes. So for the cross watchers, they're like, oh, thank God. All right, last but not least, oracle card for Leo, please. Oracle card. Something that I didn't say or something that needs to be underscored. Is there something I missed? What does Leo need to hear right now? I just need one card, please. Just one. Just one. Thank you. Hummingbird spirit, be here now. I think that's what you want from your person. It's like, can you just move here already? Long distance relationships, man. It's a trip. It's a trip. But you try it, you know? You never know. You never know. Oy, okay, we are looking for 34. That makes me think of the Chariot, card 7, which you have. Hummingbird spirit, be here now. The hummingbird's wings beat so swiftly it can hover in seeming stillness as it drinks deeply from a flower. Hummingbird spirit comes to remind you that the beauty and sweetness of life is in the eternal now, the timeless present. Here and now, you are becoming the person you wish to be and have the experiences you have wished for. Focus your energy on the flower before you, for what you desire is being provided. Yes, there are blossoms everywhere. The choices can be dazzling. Hummingbird Spirit's message is that if you have no need to go about in search of something better, you have no need to go about in search of something better, for all that you require and desire is already before you. You will know this as you become still, feeling your connection to Spirit, who loves you unconditionally and will always provide for you. Yeah, so this is about being present, staying in your good energy, and not necessarily, yeah, my phone's like, ding, confirmation, and not necessarily getting stuck on narratives from your past in any sense of the word. Family stuff, relationship stuff. I don't want to say liar, cheat, or thief stuff, but some of you did get pulled through the ringer and you're in the recovery phase. Again, like letting the dust settle. I want to reinforce your reputation is not going to be tarnished because of this. You got a King of Pentacles showing up for you. Male, female, whoever you're interested in, right? You have a lot of high vibe cards here. All right, Leo, that's what I got for you. Please like the video. That would be so helpful. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Leave a comment, leave an emoji. All that would help me gain traction on YouTube and get these messages out to people who want to hear them and need to hear them. Thank you for showing up for me today on this channel, and I will see you soon for more tarot. Bye, Leo.